There are so many people of different religious and spiritual persuasions that all believe that we are entering into an intellectual and spiritual golden age of wisdom and prosperity, yet none seem to be working together to achieve this goal, and rather seem to be furthering a path of destruction through ignorance and violence. I'm Cardinal Clark Isaac, and this is the beginning of our discussion on interfaith eschatology. This is the first installment, and it will serve as an introduction, so let's take this time and walk together with open hands, sympathetic hearts, and of course, logical minds. Many of you will have disagreements on this topic, and I'm sure that many of you that do will first like to review what God has to say about this. So what does he say? Do we not all have one Father? Has not one God created us? Why do we deal treacherously against his brother so as to profane the covenant of our fathers? That said, much of our discussion here will be referencing the three major world religions. These are the same three religions that just so happen to have the same progenitor, the same Father. Let's review, shall we? First, Judaism, the religion of the Jewish people. They are the descendants of Isaac, the second-born son of Abraham, and heir to a divine covenant. Next up we have Christianity, the religion of the Christian people, who are modern followers of Yeshua HaMashiach in Hebrew, Isa al-Masih in Arabic, also known more commonly as Jesus Christ to the English-speaking world. And finally, we have Islam, the religion of the Muslim people. They are the followers of the Prophet Muhammad, many of whom are descendants of Ishmael, firstborn son of Abraham. Let us first make clear this one point, that the descendants of Ishmael are clearly a nation of promise depicted in the Torah, favored by God and allowed privileges of divine guidance, as written in Genesis, where the angel of Adonai said to Hagar, mother of Ishmael, quote, I will greatly increase your descendants. There will be so many that it will be impossible to count them, end quote. And also in Genesis it says, but as for Ishmael, I have heard you, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful and give him many descendants. He will father 12 princes, and I will make him a great nation. And also in Genesis it says, where again the angel of God said to Hagar, quote, get up, lift thy boy up, and hold him tightly in your hand, because I am going to make him a great nation, end quote. Now, despite a common argument among Christians that Islam and the Prophet Muhammad have no connection to the biblical Ishmael, it should be strongly considered that no other Arab culture fulfills the promise of a great nation with so many descendants that it's impossible to count, and divinely guided as it is written to them that God has made them. It is certain with these descriptions that it is so with the Muslim people. Now, I'd like to give my thoughts personally on this matter, because we've already drawn some very obvious logical conclusions using Scripture. Now, with the way that the world is going today, and the way that people have so many divisions between each other, despite the biblical narrative to the contrary, these things are all happening for a reason, and to fulfill prophecy, which we will discuss very soon. But I have to express my disappointment and heartfelt concern for my fellow human beings, people who choose not to unify with one another in love and understanding, and would prefer a narrative of ignorance and spitefulness in combination to a complete lack of unity that goes against the very words that they preach, to love God and to love each other. Now, that's all the time we have for today. I want you to join me next time, where we will consider the belief that Islam is a guidance of God given to the descendants of Ishmael through their prophet Muhammad. We will continually reference commonly accepted scripture in the Old Testament of the Bible to investigate this. And we will ask the question, can we walk in this spiritual path together? Where the honor of kings is upheld in remembrance, God gets glory from concealing things. Kings get glory from investigating things.